Welcome to Foot Bold Analysis. Bold as in you understand, and of course I try to be as bold and straightforward as possible. Having said that, while I'm here in the bubble of the ISL, Indian Super League, I am trying to contribute from my side and try to use my time as good as possible, and I will do some analysis on certain games. I will not choose every game, but to try to pick some games that would be interesting to analyze. I cannot use any video material, therefore I will use animations, and I will only look into key moments in the game. Also, I want to try to keep it as short as possible and be as objective as possible. So I'm not going to fill in the way how I would find solutions or do things. Of course, I will here and there give some ideas on how I would do it, but at the same time I try to be as objective as possible, and hopefully as a supporter or anyone who's watching can do his benefit with it. Let's dive right into it, to the analysis, and hopefully you enjoy. Cheers. All right, we're going to have a look at yesterday's game, Bengaluru against Hyderabad. It was not an exciting game. I keep it very short today. Also, I have to, I have lack of time. So, but in this case, this game, is very, very easy to analyze. Formations. Bengaluru started exactly the same as the first game, a 3-4-3 formation, and Hyderabad started a 4-2-3-1 formation. Unfortunately, during the game, Hyderabad lost two foreigners that had, of course, an influence, but I think they deserve a compliment that only playing with three foreigners still put up a show, as in stopping Bengaluru. Bengaluru issues, in my opinion, are very simple to analyze. If you look at the 3-4-3 formation, where basically the starting plan is where they play with Upset, the striker, up front, that the moment they are making a build-up, and I'm really simplifying things, is that they try to play a long ball towards Upset, and it doesn't always have to be a high ball. It can also be a low ball into when he drops in a little bit into the midfield, and then Chatri together with the Brazilian player who basically try either get behind the ball, they drop off. I remember first game against Goa, this happened one time where Chatri shot on the goal in the first few minutes, or maybe somebody makes a deep run and it can be either the Brazilian or Chatri itself, and then they get a flick over. This is basically the game plan. But having said that, in my opinion, Upset, also yesterday's game, didn't hold one ball. He was pushed off the ball. Something needs to happen there. He's a big striker. It is easy to criticize for me, of course, but at the same time, he comes to India. It's new for him, but that has to be of a higher level, in my opinion. Now, having said that, Brown, he is already here since last season. When he came inside, I saw two moments where he actually had set up a combination. So I think at the moment that's a better choice, but that still remains the question, is this the right system to play? I asked Coudroy after the game if he was planning to play this system from the beginning of the season, or is it something that started in the preseason. He said that a lot depends on Dimas because he's not fit. Okay, fair point, but at the same time, just for one player to change the whole system is for me, also a question mark. So the second half, Bengaluru changed to a 4-2-3-1, where Dimas came inside. He was more dominant, he got the balls, but overall, they got one shot on goal, a very low amount of crosses. So the biggest thing where what Bengaluru needs to look for is, what is the fitting system? Play two strikers, play 4-2-3-1, play 4-3-3, whatever. That's the biggest thing to figure out. And it has no use to go into individual performances, either if it's on Udanta or any player, doesn't matter. I think the starting point is they need to figure out their starting formation. Hyderabad had a first game. the thing that I saw yesterday, I think the midfield and the the up front, the striker and the wingers are doing well. From the back, the build-up has to be better. So basically, what they're trying to do in the beginning, they had basically two attacking midfielders, and they were trying to play between the lines. That was good. They also had a fair share of possession, but whenever the ball was going to the side, then the ball went to the wing backs, and you should never build up through the wing backs. And they always stayed in one line like this, so it never creates confusion. So there needs to be a moment where I say you need to get a rotation, that the winger and the wing back make a rotation. The winger comes into the midfield, for instance, and the wing back makes a deeper position, and one of the center backs penetrates into the midfield. I try to really simplify it. Because this didn't happen too much. Almost all the time, those two, they stayed in these positions very wide, and the wing backs dropped off very far. So you get three midfielders who stay in a zone where that is pretty easy to defend. So you get basically like a bowel of position where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players, where you move the ball from right to left, and if the ball goes into the midfield, then most of the time they have to go back again. So I think that Hyderabad did well, but only this part where I say there needs to be a little bit more of creativity. That's it for today, and see you in the next one.